Good afternoon. This is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com and welcome. Tonight I thought I'd do a little preview of Fslr before the earnings announcement, which is tonight. And this hasn't started moving yet. It hasn't really done anything here, but I thought I'd do a little preview video and then we'll go back and look at it when it starts to move. Let's just look at this. So, in the trading room, I always look at stuff to see what I like to do tomorrow that I know is going to possibly set up to work as if it gaps. And this is one of those ones that I don't think is going to gap down. I think this gaps up. So if it gaps down, I'll look at it, I'll rate it, I'll see if I want to do it as a short. But my instinct says, my read on charts, my gap analysis, my everything tells me this is actually going to gap up. And if it gaps up to 53 or above, it's a buy. Okay. So I think that's what it's going to do. Now it hasn't done anything yet. Let's see here. It's starting to move a little bit here. So I don't play this stuff. Okay. I'm not in this. I'm not trading this. So you don't. This is a whole nother thing altogether to take these things before they even come out. But it's very interesting. Ever since I started running the room, I've been looking at the stuff that's supposed to come out in earnings way before they are announced. And it's amazing to me that my actual analysis of charts has really just taken off, okay, by doing that, because I'm seeing these things before they set up. This is going to get up. I'm so sure of it. It's just 100% conviction. So, I mean, I would love it to gap down and play it, and I'll play it, and if it gaps down and rate's good enough to do. But my take on this is that it's going to gap up, and that this chart is actually going to correct itself today on the gap, because the chart's been in a downtrend. And you see this big nice bar here. It's a beautiful bar, but you can't buy this. Okay, there's nothing here to do that would make you think that the chart is corrected with this bar. The chart is not corrected with this bar. With this bar, the chart had a big day. I don't know what happened here, all right? But it was a daily buy setup of a stock in a downtrend. You can't buy that, okay? The chart had not corrected itself here at this point, even despite that bar. It's a beautiful bar. I love it, but I wouldn't be in the stock long here, all right? So it has to get over 53. It has to get over 53. Otherwise, the chart's still in a downtrend. So this is starting to move in here. Now it's early. So we'll come back and look at it. But my bias on this is that it's going to set up to be a bullish gap. And we'll see what it does. If this gaps down, I will look to rate it as a short. I don't play bullish gaps. I could. I know what they need to do. I could rate them in the same way I have my rating system now. On the downside, I'd rate them in reverse. But that's not what I do. I focus on one thing. And that's how I've gotten really good at what I do. But you can play bullish gaps as well when they're good. It's the same concept. You play gaps that rate high, gaps that are good. And if this thing wants to gap down here, then it's all the same with me, because I'll look to short it tomorrow. So we'll see what this is going to do. So I'll check back here in a little bit, give this thing some time to go, move and trade, maybe about 30 minutes, and I'll come back and see where it's at. But my take on this is that it is going to gap up. I know it's not doing that right now, but this is way too early. This is one of the reasons why you don't trade stuff, post and pre-market, right out of the gate, because these things can flip in a millisecond. I've seen that happen all the time. So you just have to wait. Wait till it settles itself out. Wait till it figures itself out. Wait till it actually gaps, whatever direction it's going to gap. And my read on this is going to gap up, but it needs to be over 53 to be a buy. Otherwise, it's not a buy. All right. So this is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com. We'll check back here in a little bit. I'm going to give this maybe I'll give it an hour to trade and see what it's doing here, and then come back and look at it and do an analysis to see where this is going to be at for tomorrow morning. This is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com. If you would like more information on gaps or my classes, please feel free to reach out to me and email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. This is Fslr, watching this on the earnings announcement. Thanks and have a good afternoon. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Guys and girls.